What's going on, guys? Double AMP here, and we are back with our first top five since our little hiatus there after the holidays. Um, and of course, we have our special guest with us, Nick, because it is our top five Fridays, and we're going to be doing a top five Royal Rumble return slash surprise entrances.
Let me tell you, boys, it's great to be back.
It is good
Great.
to be.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been since the end of October.
Damn right, brother.
Good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I haven't done wrestling in a while, but
Now,
every Friday we'll put out a wrestling top five. Nick be here with that. I'm sure mostly every single one of them.
if not, I'll find a way to make it happen.
That's right. So who wants to start off with their number five?
Let's let Andrew start off.
All right. I got Edge returning in 2023.
2023.
2020.
Yeah,
2020.
okay. I was going to say 2020.
You
Okay.
have that low? Man.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you have higher than that at this point. That is just,
Oh,
Think so? You think
what?
that's you
oh
think
yeah,
that's up there?
Oh man, that's up there.
that is way low.
All right.
Yeah, Edge returned in 2020 after being
Way
gone
low.
from wrestling for what, like 12 years,
9 years. I think it was.
9 years?
Yep.
Such a great return. They actually kept it hush, like you didn't know, you know?
You did, but you didn't. You had some chatter in the IWC community there. So,
Yeah,
but hey, it was good.
it was a hell of a pop, regardless.
Sure, it
One of,
was one of the
definitely
all-time
one.
favorites right there.
It's definitely
Sure.
one of mine for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mine
Definitely
too.
not five.
That's not five.
Yeah,
Definitely in the top five.
Yeah, it's
my
definitely in the top five.
my number five is Booker T returning in the 2011 Royal Rumble. So
Gotcha.
that was the only one where they did the 40-man Rumble. I think he came out 23rd, if I read correctly. But huge pop for that one. That was that 2011 one was really good. So I had
I
Booker
mean, they
T.
they were in TNA at that point. They'd just come back over. They were in the what main event Mafia at that point. So
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. Didn't make my top five though. Honorable mention now.
Okay. What do you got
Okay.
for five?
My number five is Rey Mysterio in 2018,
Mm,
coming straight off competing at All In, finally coming back to the company after a few years hiatus.
yep.
Looked good. He was healthy. Pretty solid pop too. He wasn't getting booed like he was in what 14 when Daniel Bryan didn't come out.
Yep. Man, I
Yeah,
forgot
So,
about that one. I
yeah, he
remember we
came.
mm-hmm.
were watching that, Andrew,
Yeah, he
and
came
he
out number
came out.
27.
We were like, "Oh shit!" Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about that one.
Yep. And guess what? That was my number four.
Was it?
Ooh.
Yep. He came out number 27.
That's
Okay.
a fun one.
I
My
like
number
it.
my number four is actually again with the 2011 Rumble. Uh,
Okay.
Diesel, Kevin Nash, when he returned. I thought
Same
that
exact
was
thing.
cool. I was like, yeah, that was like the first time we saw him come back in a while, at least like compete in a match. And once his music hit, I was like, holy crap! Freaking came out, stuck his arm up like he did. And it
Mm-hmm.
was a good one.
He just came back from TNA as well. Also
Yeah,
with the main event Mafia at that point. So
right.
my number four is a little disappointing because there was no fans.
Oh,
Christian in 2021.
yeah.
That was a complete surprise.
I totally
Captain
forgot about that.
Charisma, Captain Charisma was just didn't hear anything about it, and then boom, here he is. It just it was great. Now competing in AEW, he's doing some of the best heel work of his career as a hitting on dead dads. Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's great.
Mm. Yeah, that was a good one. That was when they just
It
had
just
the
sucked because there was
screen,
no
right?
fans.
Yeah.
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 Well, they were just on a little
Yeah,
screen.
they're on TV screens, yeah. But it wasn't just think the pop he would have got in front of the same crowd that Edge had the year before.
I know.
Well,
Edge got lucky.
well,
Yeah.
you know who got
Just
a
before the world shut down, so
Yeah.
better pop though.
mm.
It was my number 3, Triple H in 2016.
Mm.
I thought about that one.
Yep, he was in the who was in the ring? Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Jericho, and Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember that one. That was
That was
good.
the match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I think it was.
Yeah, wasn't that when the champion was in the Rumble?
Yeah, I think Roman had to come out one and defend the title against everybody else.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
he beat Triple H, right? In the Rumble, or who did
yeah.
he face Batista after? Or
That
Randy
year?
Orton?
It might have been that year, or was it the year where they did Roman and Triple H at Mania? Either way, a terrible match.
I think that's when they
Right.
did Triple H and Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns beat him. I think they went to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The coronation of Roman Reigns yet again.
Yep. My number three is just special to me because I always love it when I see it. Unfortunately, they both passed away, but I got two in the one here. There's the '08 Rumble when Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka when they returned and they had their little mini match inside the Royal Rumble. I thought that was kind of cool. But yep,
It
they
was
both
good. It was good. Honorable mention again. Didn't make my top five. I
that
didn't
was
have
fun.
any personal like it wasn't personal for me, so
Right.
I didn't
Yeah,
grow up watching both of them wrestle. Like if I watched them wrestle, it might have been a little different of a story.
yeah. I just thought it was so cool when I saw them go at it like that, the old school wrestling. So
Mm-hmm.
that was
It's
my
not gonna be
number.
it's not gonna be the last time we hear that year's Rumble.
Right.
Number three for me is when the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, debuted in WWE in 2016. Kevin Dunn botched that entrance, which just how do you do that? It's the third guy in the Rumble,
Yeah.
but just seeing him in TNA for so many years and then New Japan, it just and finally seeing him in a WWE ring, it was accomplishment at that point.
Right.
And then
And
they went on to have what good matches.
he's still going strong now too.
He's more jacked than he was before.
That's
Yeah.
true. When he came back, yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
same when Randy Orton came back. He came back shredded too.
Well, he needed to. Back injury and all, he needed to be strong.
Right. What do you got for two, Andrew?
I got
I think
Mick
mine and Nick
Foley.
are the same. Number two
Uh,
and number one.
Mine's Mick Foley, 2012. When he came out and then he had the Cobra, then Santino Marella had the
Tarantino had the Cobra and he had Mr. Sacco.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was funny.
It was.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just had to
Mick,
throw it in there because it was just so hilarious.
Mick Foley's music usually gets a good pop. So
Who won? Which one won that fight? Or was it no? Because they were going
yeah,
back
then
and
they just
forth.
kind of held their hands
Yeah,
together, and yeah,
that was
I think Mick
hilarious.
Foley ended up getting the upper hand.
Think so.
Yeah, has to though.
Yeah.
So what's your guys' number 2 then?
I think we're the same. Mine is Edge when he returned in
Yep.
2020. So you
Mm-hmm.
already went over that. We already went over this
Are you
before.
sure it's not 2023? No, I'm just kidding.
100%.
Well, it could be either of them, Hector. It could be 2010 when he came back off of the torn Achilles,
Right.
or 2020 when he came off the broken neck for so many years. But that pop was just
Oh, it's
my number
so
two as well.
amazing.
So
So
Gave me
what is he gonna
goosebumps.
do for what's he gonna do for 2030 then? Every 10 years, surprise appearance.
He'll be
No,
retired by then.
he's he's wrestling AEW. He's gonna be. He's said he
Yeah.
only got maybe 2, 3 more years. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, he's already a
20
WWE Hall of
30, I'm calling
Famer.
it.
He's got nothing left to prove, so he'll
Twenty
let
No,
thirty, I'm calling it. He's coming
probably
back.
he'll come back into WWE just for like probably surprise returns once in a while, but he's
Yeah,
done.
2030. 2030 for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
six
Surprise.
years from now.
I'm calling it.
Hey,
Okay,
never say never, as the Undertaker would say.
exactly.
Maybe he'll return this year for the Rumble. That would get a pop.
It'd get a pop, but do we want that?
I'd like to see him come out, but he better not win the Rumble.
I'm
We don't
I'm
want to see him
curious.
lose to Roman Reigns again. But
Be a match. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
All right,
So we
so
have
it
number
sounds like
one.
number one would be the same, right?
I think our number
Yeah,
one's all the same, which
it's
is
got to be the same.
John Cena,
Mm-hmm.
2008 return.
Mm-hmm.
That was before social media really hit big because you really didn't have any real like huge sources at the time of if anyone was what was going on
Yeah,
in the
no links
wrestling
to
world.
anything.
But I was my jaw dropped when I saw him come out in the because I think it was only 3 months and he was supposed to be
Four
out for
months.
like 4 months. He was supposed to be out for what, 6?
At least it was like 8 to 9 months because it was a torn pec. So same injury Cody had last year. So Cody was out what May when Hell in a Cell was until January.
Yeah, so
So
7, 8 months,
yeah.
and he managed to get back after 4. Complete
Mm-hmm.
surprise. No idea he was coming out at the OA Rumble at all.
Did you
Madison Square
know
Garden erupted.
that was a small store Rumble at, like, what's
The
it called?
entrance ramp,
Yeah.
it was small now that I think of it.
It looked good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you didn't have
I
the
liked
camera
it.
going all the way. You just had focus right there. You still see the ring. And you see John Cena come right out. You don't need to move the camera at all. It's all right there.
Came out with a smug face, the Super Cena. Hey, I'm here. I'm gonna win it all.
And
You
he
might
did.
hate him at that point, but hey, you cheered him on that night.
yeah,
That was a
especially
great,
against Triple
great
H
pop.
at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H and Batista.
Oh, his
Mm-hmm.
his face. Triple H's face, like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
What's going on?
he couldn't believe
Exactly.
it.
I couldn't believe it.
I
I
couldn't
couldn't
believe it.
believe it either.
Then
Hell,
he just
maybe Triple H. Maybe Triple H didn't know either. You never know. No, I'm just kidding.
then he just went
Could
ham
not
in the
have.
ring and started eliminating like 8 people right in a row. Freaking flipped over Umaga right out of the ring with like one arm, and he was
Mm-hmm.
knocking everyone out.
Yeah.
But
You got to think Triple H wasn't a backstage like figurehead officially at that point because he was still wrestling. I think he didn't pick up backstage work until what 2011, 2012.
yeah, when he started the whole corporate thing.
Mm-hmm. So I
Yeah,
mean, wouldn't be shocking if he didn't know until he saw Cena backstage.
that's true.
That one didn't get out though, so that was a real nice surprise. Nobody knew.
Yep.
Except for me.
You knew.
Yeah.
You
Oh
got
yeah.
him on speed dial.
Oh
Because
yeah. Hundred
I think
percent.
Triple H came out 29th, right before Cena, or maybe
Sounds like it's right.
28 or 29.
Sounds
Either him or
sounds vaguely
Batista.
familiar.
One of the two came out like right before he did.
Yeah,
I'll call up Triple H and ask him.
You do that.
go for it. That's
So I
what's happening this weekend.
have a couple honorable mentions. I have uh, Chris Jericho's return in 2013.
Same.
Um, I have RVD returning in '09
Mm-hmm.
and Triple H in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Boogeyman 2015 coming out with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, because that was just It's like the two. They're like kind of like the two, totally different, but like the same like theme. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So that was great. And then I got RVD 2009, uh, Piper 2008, Edge 2010, and then he had, and I put that in there because there's freaking Shawn Michaels in the ring, Cena, Jericho.
Right.
That one was great, which probably should
Mhm.
have made my top five, but you know what? I like my top five.
All
Nick, you
my
got
honorable
any?
mentions are all mine are made, man. RVD in '09, Jericho in 13, Diesel and Booker T in 2011. Yeah, nothing crazy. We
Well,
got the same list.
before we go, can we talk? Even though it's not a surprise or anything, well, it was a surprise, but it wasn't an entrance. John Cena and it was Batista when they both went out of the ring at the same time.
How lucky were they that they hit at the same time? Because could you imagine if Batista really did hit before John Cena? They'd have to go with John Cena. You can't just say nope
Yeah,
and restart it at that point.
Yeah.
it,
So they would have had to like probably I'd say make it a triple threat match at Mania when it was
hmm
really supposed to be the one on one. But
Yeah, John Cena said that he messed up really bad and he apologized for everything. And then they did exactly what they were supposed to do.
you just
Raise his hand,
yeah.
yep,
starting the fight back over. And then Vince was came out or whatever, and he already like tore all of his what was it?
Tore
but
both quads.
Yeah,
yeah, at the same time, which is like
hmm
a almost like less than 1% chance of that happening.
It's just baffling to have that happen. Like Shane, he
twice.
tore his quad at WrestleMania last year, but he was doing wrestling moves. Vince just came in a huff and tore both quads.
Yeah,
Snoop Dogg did great for that too, by the way. The way
I
that
mean,
he just improvised, uh,
they had to do
improvised it.
something on
Yeah,
the fly. You were supposed to have
yeah,
what, like a 5 minute match, and your guy tears a quad. You got to do something to just semi try to save that segment.
yeah. But
yeah.
how crazy is it? Crazy is it that they both fell out at the same time? Then Vince comes out and tears both his quads. It's like one in a billion chance both those things happen at once.
It's an iconic moment now.
For sure.
Didn't he
I
like start like sliding into the room? Yeah, and then he was sitting down
Yeah,
in the corner.
he tried to slide in like head first and tore both his quads, and then he tried to stand up and he just wobbled right down to the he had like spaghetti legs,
Yep.
hmm
and then he just sat there with his legs sticking out with his hands on his stomach.
hmm
He must have had a lot of adrenaline going. He must have been real mad because I can't imagine the pain that he would be in. Because Shane,
Well,
he was hurting real bad. You can tell.
Yeah.
yeah. But the thing is, think about the rehab carrying both quads. He
Uh,
can't do anything with the other leg, so you're just practically relearning everything again. Like at least Shane had one working leg. He had no working legs at this point. So
right. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this one. First top five back.
mhm,
Pretty good one. Top five Royal Rumble returns slash surprises. I think we all
mhm,
had a good list.
Yeah. I'll make sure I
And
get
you
my
as well.
notes right next time.
all right. And yeah, we'll be back next week with another wrestling top five Fridays. We'll keep doing
Mhm,
that.
WWE edition.
That's right. Top five Fridays, WWE edition. So yep, I think we'll end this one on that, and we'll see you guys next week with another top five. How's that sound?
We'll see you tomorrow for predictions for the Royal
Yep.
Rumble.
Yep, we're gonna give our predictions and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow and then Sunday and then back again next week.
mhm.
All right. Well, this has been Double AMP with our special guest Nick. This was our top 5 Royal Rumble return slash surprises, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Peace.